Okay. So let me just share this. Oops, and I will swap screens. Perfect. Cool. So welcome again to the How to Redhawk session here at Seattle University. We are really excited to be meeting with you today and to be sharing a little bit more about our tradition experiences here at SU. And so my name is DeAndre Jones. I serve as the Director of Alumni Engagement. But prior to this, I worked in the Center for Student Involvement. And so I'm really excited to be joined by some of my colleagues today who will be moving us through this work and this experience both today and throughout the rest of your time here at SU. So I'll go ahead and turn it over to my colleague Marisa.
Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Marisa Robledo. I am the Associate Director in the Center for Student Involvement, and in my role, I get to work very closely with lovely Rachel and with our undergrad and graduate student governments and leadership programming.
Perfect. And we have a couple other folks joining us today who will definitely be very present and visible for you during your experience here at SU. And so we'd love to turn it over to them briefly to just introduce themselves.
Hello, everybody. My camera is off because I'm not feeling great, but I wanted to be here to welcome you anyways. I am the Assistant Director for Student and Young Alumni Experience. So my role is really to connect with you all as you begin your journey and transition with you throughout your time and help you move on into active alumni networks that we have that we want to build with you. So nice to meet you all.
Hi, everyone. My name is Rachel Leong, and I will be overseeing some of our events and traditions here at Seattle U. So our Christmas tree lighting, our homecoming, all of our dances, things like that. If you see that, then I'm a part of it. So I'm excited to get to know you and see you at some of our events.
So to get started, we're going to talk about our agenda for today. We're going to give you an overview of our traditions here at Seattle U, talk about some of our fall programming and our cultural showcases. We're also going to talk about Connect SU and our pathways, our SU app, and most importantly, how to Redhawk. So today it's important for you to learn what it means to be involved on campus and to be involved with our traditions. So we'll talk about the layers of involvement. Then we'll talk about the SU Alumni Association overview, and we'll do a quick closing to close out our time together.
Perfect. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, okay. So in the chat, we want to hear from you all. We're super excited that we're welcoming you into the Redhawk family. And so we want to hear a little bit about the traditions, events, and experiences you had in high school or at your previous institution. So help put them in the chat. Tell us what you enjoyed about them. And we'd love to hear about your experience and why you attended these events. So while we wait for others to share, I can share, this is my first year here at Seattle U. I am finishing out my first academic year, started a week before the semester or the quarter started in the fall. And my favorite tradition here at Seattle U has to be the Christmas tree lighting. I've never seen anything like it. This is my third institution that I've worked at, fourth institution that I've been at to get all together. And the Christmas tree lighting here at Seattle U was beautiful, seeing the community come together. So that's my favorite tradition. How about you, DeAndre?
My favorite tradition at Seattle University definitely has to be the homecoming parade. And it's really fun because it's kind of a two-part experience. So this last year we did it in the evening, and so everyone had light up LED lights and different things like that on them, and we paraded around campus and then landed in our quad for an event called S'mores Coming, that a student group here on campus called Red Zone hosts, and there were a bunch of bonfires and we had s'mores available, and it was a really fun way to end the night. And it's been a really cool experience. So looks like we have some folks dropping things into the chat too. Got the Black Excellence Gala. We had a party boat, and it was really fun since we got a chance to dance and see the city and some other places, as well as a prom and senior year.
If you like dances, Seek has a winter ball. This past year, they hosted it at Mopop. One of the coolest things I've ever seen.
So there was an hour of lunch mixed with activities for the second to last week of school. Food was being sold. Spirit days. We do have a spirit week during homecoming week as well. Graduation party. Winter dance at the art museum.
That's cool. Senior sunrise breakfast. That's so cute.
That is really cute. So yeah, you have quite a few different types of experiences here. And we have quite a few experiences at Seattle University as well that we'd love to kind of share with you a little bit more on. So, but before we kind of do that, we wanted to share with you a little bit about why we believe that traditions matter. And why they matter is there's three kind of buckets that we kind of think about. So the first one is how you find your flock. So as a part of the Redhawk community, traditions can be a medium for becoming more intentionally connected to others across campus. And this may include the way in which you find your community here. And so through those different interactions and opportunities, you're able to meet and build relationships with folks from various backgrounds, experiences, and interests. And so that can feel scary, right? But also it can be one of the most transformative parts of your undergraduate experience. And so we would encourage you to find those opportunities to connect with others and to step outside of your comfort zone, because you never know what could come from it. And lastly, the leadership and professional development. So there may be, yes, a lot of fun social experiences that you can participate in through our tradition events here at SU, but also there are some opportunities to engage in leadership and prepare yourself for different opportunities that may exist beyond SU. And so that's just a little bit about what we wanted to share with you on that.
So now we're going to jump into, okay, you're talking about this. How do I learn more? Great question. So we're going to do a quick overview of what traditions look like here at Seattle U. So first, we're going to talk about Connect SU. And I believe DeAndre is going to pull that up for you all so that you can see that. So Connect SU is our online system that shows you what's happening on campus, what clubs are available. You can search them, you can join them, you can see what's happening. And so through here, like you can see, DeAndre is a part of several different clubs and organizations on campus. He can connect with the students that are in these groups. DeAndre can search what's happening on here. Like there's a summer food pantry, club renewals happening right now. There's a summer meet and greet. There's some stuff going on that you all can start engaging in and adding to your calendars. While we're here, we're going to jump a couple of slides up. And DeAndre, can you click on your photo? So you're probably thinking, okay, what does this system do? On your phone, you can actually go on to Connect SU and download your event pass. So that little QR code on the top left corner next to DeAndre's picture, you're going to click on that and you're going to save it to your wallet. your phone wallet, your Google wallet, you're going to take a screenshot. And this is going to be like an ID, so you can get into events hosted by the Center for Student Involvement. Instead of us swiping your card to say, oh, hey, Marisa showed up today, we're just going to quickly scan you, and it's going to say DeAndre attended today's session. So you're going to want to make sure that you all download this and have this readily accessible in your phone. Next, we're going to go into the traditions website. You want to take it from here?
Sure. So the Campus Traditions website has a lot of info about the different types of experiences that you can expect during your time here at SU. And so we have our statement here, which kind of shares a little bit about our background and perspective around the tradition experiences. But what we wanted to really focus on for the purposes of this session were some of the fall quarter highlights. And so there are some links here that will take you to more information about each of these tradition experiences that are taking place. So Mass of the Holy Spirit is one of our earlier masses that happens in the fall. And we typically have a processional from the chapel back to the Seattle U campus. And it's kind of like a welcome to the university. Again, we have our family weekend. So if you have family, friends, supporters, anyone who would like to come visit you, there is a weekend that we have in the fall that you can invite them to participate in different programs and receptions. We have our homecoming week, which happens November 7th through the 13th this year. And so we'll have a week of different events and activities going on for you to participate in, as well as our Christmas tree lighting. So as you scroll through this page as well, you'll notice that there are some additional items listed. And so you can click on the plus symbol and it'll open up and give you a little bit more of a description of what each of these events are and some photos to coincide with those as well. One of the bigger traditions that we have in the fall too is our involvement fair. And so we need to update the info a little bit, but this is, if you've ever seen Pitch Perfect, that's kind of what I always relate it to, is that there's a ton of different clubs and organizations scattered around the quad. And it's an opportunity for you to come and visit and meet with those clubs and to learn more about when they meet and what they do. And so this is a really cool way to get connected as well. And it does go through winter and spring. So if you're curious or interested in what you can expect, this is one way to kind of see some of those offerings. And then additionally, we have our cultural showcases. And so many of our cultural showcases are considered legacy events here at SU, which means that they've been happening for years and years and years. And so I just wanted to make you aware that if you are interested in connecting with folks from a shared cultural background, or if you're interested in learning more about other cultures, this is a list of the different cultural organizations or clubs that we have on campus. And so you can learn more about their legacy events and the ways that you could get involved in those as well. And so it's pretty cool. So with that, I'm going to return back to the other screen and keep us moving forward. Let me swap screen, sorry. Okay.
So we talked a little bit about the online portion of Connect SU. Now we're going to talk about the apps that are readily available on your phone. So we have two apps available. There is the Seattle U app that you can download to your phone, and the Cork app. Both have all the events that are going on that week on campus. And you might be thinking, there's not something happening every day. No, there's something happening every day. Are you looking to buy a plant and add a plant to your house? Sure, stop by Cherry Street to go buy a plant. Are you looking to get involved with the Children's Miracle Network at the Seattle Children's Hospital. Go to the first floor. They're taking donations and they're going to dare one of the SGSU representatives to do something. Are you looking to tie-dye? Go outside the library and you can find Red Zone out there tie-dyeing. So if you want to stay in the know, you can download either of these apps and get involved and see what's happening on your campus. We talked a little bit about this already with the Connect SU event pass. If you're like, oh, I'm not going to remember this, we are recording this for you, but there's more information at tinyurl.com/SU event pass. And it has a YouTube video that shows you how to download this to your phone. But these are some screenshots of where you can find them.
Perfect. So now we're going to talk a little bit about how to Redhawk and some of the layers of involvement that go along with that. So when we think about the layers of involvement, we think of this acronym ASL. And so attend, support, and lead. And so I'll let Marisa talk a little bit about what it means to attend.
So by attending events, you get to experience what SU is like, and you get to make the best of your experience as a student. You get to be open to new experiences and you get to have fun. You might be like, it's just fun and games. These experiences allow you to meet your best friends. I went to school in California, and by attending our welcome back dance at my institution, I met my best friends. And I am now out of college for many, many years, and I still text them and hear from them. And I was actually in one of their weddings as a maid of honor. So you want to be sure that you engage, you attend, you put yourself out there to get to know new people, build your connections, and get to experience something fun and new.
Perfect. So when we talk about support too, we recognize that support is going to look different for every person, right? So for those of you that talked a little bit about homecoming and spirit days and how much fun that is for you, I would say there's a large group of folks here at SU who share the same sentiment of wanting to be front and center. As you can see, we have a photo here of Red Zone or members of Red Zone who really showcase their pride and their spirit loud and proud at the different athletic events and campus events that are taking place on campus. But for other folks, that may not necessarily be your jam. You may not want to be in a large group setting. And so know that there are other ways for you to stay involved and to stay connected and show your support passively. And so, it could be something as subtle as having a sign up or wearing SU gear as you're going to class or different things like that. And so just know that regardless of where you fall on that spectrum, this is a place for you, and we want you to feel like you can show up in the ways that make the most sense and are most comfortable for you.
The last part of this is lead. There's a variety of ways to lead.
Oh, sorry.
There's a variety of ways to lead at SU. There's a way to lead through getting involved with student organizations and clubs. You can join this year as a member, fall in love with that experience, and then become part of the executive team. You can volunteer, give service back. You can apply and be a campus employee, be a student employee, or just by example. There's so many ways to get involved and be a part of the Redhawk community. You might be hearing like, what? All these events are happening? I want to help plan them. Stop by our office in 350 in the Student Center, and we'll get you involved. We'll make sure to connect you with your community, and we'll make sure to give you the opportunity to showcase who you are and get that opportunity to plan and give back to your community. This is your experience, and we want to make sure that you make it the best experience possible. So by leading and getting involved, you get to be a part of the traditions. You get to leave your mark.
Yeah, and so what we want to do now is really, you've heard us talk a lot about it, but now we want to show it to you. And so we have a short little video to give you a visual of some of the different things you might be expecting here at SU. Great. So that was a little visual of some of the different events that we have here at SU. And so I wanted to just share a little bit with you about the Alumni Association and kind of our relationship to you as you get started here at SU. And so we believe that it is our responsibility in the Alumni Association to build authentic and reciprocal relationships with you, right? And so that starts from the moment that you come onto campus. So while a lot of our work with you occurs when you graduate, there's still plenty of opportunities for us to connect with you while you're here. And so some of the ways that we do that are through the different events and programs that we participate in. So for example, we host our Alumni Day of Service, which is typically open to anyone on campus who's interested in participating. We have different service sites around the Seattle community. We provide career and networking and industry series. We also host reunions. We go to different events that are happening on campus. And so you may see our staff at some of the different tradition events. And we definitely will be present and excited to see you when you arrive this fall for Fall Welcome. In addition, we offer professional growth opportunities through Redhawk Landing, which is our career and networking platform. It's kind of like LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook like all came together into one platform. But really, it's a great way for you to build connections with alumni who are interested or working currently in the industries that you're maybe curious about or looking to be more in tune with. And so from here, you could gain internship opportunities, or these are ways that you can start to build out your network so that when you do graduate and you are looking for jobs, you have folks to kind of connect with. And they also post different events and leadership opportunities through there as well. And then lastly, this fall, we will be hiring student alumni ambassadors. So if you're someone who has a lot of spirit and energy around what it means to be here at SU, and you're interested in connecting with alumni or sharing that passion and excitement about SU with your peers, we would love to have you on our student ambassador team. These are paid positions, and so it's a part-time 20-hour per week position. And so we'd love to chat with you about that a little bit more. And we will be at the involvement fair, so we'd love to meet with you. So those are just some of the ways that you can stay connected with us long-term. And so for now, I'm going to turn it over to Marisa to do a little recap.
So just to recap what we talked about today, traditions help inform our campus culture and unite our diverse community here at Seattle U. Tradition establish a sense of belonging. Traditions uplift our Ignatian values as a campus community and allow us to create lasting memories and build solid connections. Traditions allow us to celebrate our Redhawk spirit and what we strive to be together. All in all, traditions is how we get you connected to being a part of this campus. This is going to be your home away from home, and we want to make sure that your home is somewhere you enjoy being, somewhere where you have your friends, somewhere where you have established your community and create those connections that will hopefully last you a lifetime.
And so here is just some information about where you can find us. So you can find us on Instagram at CSI Seattle U for the Center for Student Involvement, as well as at Seattle U Alumni. We've got Facebook and YouTube for both the Center for Student Involvement and the Alumni Association. You can contact if you have tradition specific email questions. You can always email traditions or any of us that were on the call today. And then again, we just encourage you to check out Connect Us U and to see what different opportunities are available. Start thinking about if there's any clubs or groups that you're curious about. And, you know, if those are the groups that you want to follow up with this fall. And we always post where the different events are happening on Connect Us U. So that's a really great way to stay connected. But with that, I'm going to stop sharing and we'd be happy to open it up to any questions that you may have in the room.
Are you all excited to be a part of the community and start this fall? I know I'm excited to see all your beautiful faces.
Same, super excited. And you know, I'm an alum from Seattle U. I did my master's here, but what I will share with you is that one of the reasons why I loved SU so much was because I got to have kind of that undergraduate experience, even though I was a grad student. So there was never any like awkwardness around attending the Christmas tree lighting and being next to like a sophomore who's studying psychology, right? Like you're just kind of sharing this experience together. And it's a really great place to build community and to find your people. And so I hope that this presentation has helped build some of that excitement up even more. And we look forward to welcoming you when you get here this fall. And I see there's a message. Can you post a link to the Connect Us U app? Yes, so, oh, quick note about that. So yes, if you are an iOS, like Apple iPhone user, you can download either app, so Cork or the SU Campus app. If you are someone who uses an Android, you are able to download the app, which is the Cork one, and that one will have the exact same information. The SU Campus app is relatively new. It's kind of in its pilot mode right now, and so there hasn't been any transferal yet for it to work on an Android device at this time, but that is something that's in development. But in the meantime, Cork or the SU Campus app will work just right.
And just an FYI, the campus app was actually developed by a student here at Seattle U. So imagine that you all can be a part of making change and having an impact and leaving your lasting mark at campus.
Awesome. Well, thank you all so much for being here with us today. And we hope you enjoy the rest of your day, the rest of your summer. And we'll look forward to seeing you later this fall. We'll stick around for anyone that has any questions, but otherwise feel free to head out. Thank you.
Can't wait to see you all in 350.
Of course, thank you. I'm gonna stop recording.